through the fire. So according to the media, Jonathan Major and Megan Good have reportedly split up. Well, when Jonathan Majors was blowing up, I'm talking big roles like Marvel. He was filling himself. He was getting money. He was getting up there. People know who he was. He chose to be with a non-black woman, like how most black men do. But what I've noticed is that
his career now, and they're saying now that his career looks like it's getting back on track, and there's no need for Megan anymore. So they say Jonathan
something with it.
It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me always. Money coming in all day. Money coming in all paid. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming.
It's been reported out that Jonathan Majors and his beautiful girlfriend Megan Good have reportedly split.
No.
Yeah. Yes, honey. According to MTL, they're saying according to popular social media influencers, Jonathan and Megan appear to really and already call it quits, or at least they say Jonathan is ready. Now they say here's what they're saying. According to one popular Hollywood Instagrammer, blogger, Jonathan is currently out in Canada filming his new movie Merciless. Now they're saying that the blog is saying that Jonathan's filming is going really well, and many expect this performance to be a breakout performance and will reignite y'all his career. Now, and they're saying now that his career looks like it's getting back on track, and there's no need for Megan anymore. So they say Jonathan, first began dating Megan when he was facing
Did she break
backlash.
up with him because she was paying bills?
That they said she was paying a bill. They said she paid like $75,000 dog bill or something for him, and she'll pay a lot of his bills and what have you. So, but now they said, Jonathan is of African descent, and he's a man, and he's getting himself back on track now. And, he really did not like, allegedly, women of color at the time. So he was dating a European woman, which is why he got in all that trouble. So now they're saying, hey, she helped him, Megan helped him out. So now, hey, I don't need you anymore, allegedly. So let me just kick you and throw you back where you came from. And let me go ahead and get back to where I like going, honey. He like rice,
Let's
not
just hope
tiger.
they stay still together.
You like
Not
rice
true.
and not ties. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Gary.
How long was they together?
They've been
do
together
that.
for a minute, though, honey. Yeah, but I mean, Brad, y'all know how people do, honey. Once, honey, a person get back on track when they was knocked down, honey. They say, honey, kick the dog while he's down.
I don't think so, Gary. I don't think this is good.
Yeah, I hope it's not good, but I feel bad for Megan because she left a pastor for this man, allegedly.
Don't feel bad for her. They had already broke up before she
Who
got
on the
with-
pastor?
It was a lot of space
it was
between
Yeah, a
them.
lot, like
Yeah,
several
get-
years.
Yeah.
Way off.
Gary,
I don't know that much, but I wouldn't have dated him. I wouldn't have dated Jonathan.
well, it wasn't up to you, Gary.
Well, no, it
They,
wasn't up
they
to me,
was
but
good together. If they,
Yeah.
hopefully, they still together because they
Yeah.
were supportive of each other and they looked really in love, Gary.
Yeah, when honey you was down, honey, when Megan, honey, then stayed there by his side, honey, when Lizzie had to almost put him in the pen.
That's like one of
You gotta stay
those slave owner daughters, Lizzie.
Lizzie and Leroy.
But we gonna keep them lifted in prayer. Hopefully they still together. But you know how men do. Y'all know how y'all men do. When a woman help a man out, honey, when he down and stuff, honey, then when he get back on his feet, honey, he forget who helped him. So, but Megan is a strong woman, honey. I'm sure if this is true, she could always find somebody else that's broke and help him. But nevertheless, honey, continue to pray for Megan and Jonathan. When Jonathan Majors was blowing up, I'm talking big roles like Marvel. He was filling himself. He was getting money. He was getting up there. People know who he was. He chose to be with a non-black woman, like how most black men do. But what I've noticed is that, when black men get up there in anything, I think we all know this, they always choose a non-black woman or the preference, right? But then another thing that I noticed is that when they start to fall or something happens, whether that non-black woman gets them in trouble, they're like, oh shit, what do I do now? Like, oh, I know, let me go find a black woman to help save me. Because I know she's going to do the work that's needed to be done for me to get back to the top. She's going to nurse me. She's going to help me. And of course, a lot of us black women, we are waking up and we see that we're like, do not come back to me. Don't come back to us. But there are some like black women like Megan Good. They're like, you know what? I'll take you on. I'll help you, nurse you, put you back to health and help you, get back to where you were. Even though when you were up there, you were doing great.
My black ass was nowhere to be found. And so now we're seeing them doing this tour of making this man looking good, and they're trying so hard to get us black women to support him again, and we're just like, no. And Megan Good, she's putting in the work, girl, the tears, the acting, all of that, doing all the work, and I'm like, girl, get with the program. And I guarantee you, once she does what needs to be done and he rises back up again, your black ass is still not going to be anywhere near him. I guarantee you he's not going to pick a black woman again. And I just feel like as black women, we need to come together as a collective and stop being the mules for black men when they are at the top doing good and not choosing to be with us. But when they're falling, they come back to us. Stop. We don't need that. We don't need men like them. Let's pick ourselves. And I feel like that's just something a lot of us are coming, to terms with. But women like Megan Good, they're not quite there yet. So we need to kind of help those, our sisters come there, come and kind of understand a little bit of that, because that is not making sense. Because I refuse to mule for black men like Jonathan.
I love you. I love you beyond all limit. With all my strength. With all my heart, I love you. I'm supposed to be this tough and strong when you done carried me so many nights. I love you. Through the fire.
It's starting to worry me now. How did you go from the pastor to this, and why do he keep referring to women as his Coretta Scott King?
Girlfriend, actress Megan Good, has remained by his side, even present for our interview.
How would you describe your relationship?
She's an angel. She's held me down like a Coretta, I'm so blessed to have her, The relationship is still fresh, but, I think I found her.
First of all, what does he mean by that specifically? Because he asked the last girl to do that. Now he's describing Megan Good as Coretta Scott King. And does he understand that Coretta Scott King stuck around while Martin Luther King was religiously cheating on her with women that looked like the color of her pantsuit? Because if that's what he expects from Megan Good, baby, I'm gonna need you to run. He wants to be a civil rights leader so bad. And I'm not really sure what to make of this relationship. It confuses me, it concerns me, because they haven't been together long at all. And for the entirety of their relationship, she's essentially been on trial with him. So I don't know what to make of it.
Y'all remember when Jonathan Majors used to carry this cup around? I do. He says it's a reminder from a conversation that he had with his mom about not letting the industry tear him down, or not letting anything in Hollywood change his perception of himself and how. What happened? I'm not gonna talk about the outfit because I ain't ranch, so I don't be dressing. So who am I to talk about this man? But the cup comes off as, I know you want to ask me why I got this cup. Go ahead. Ask me why I carry this cup everywhere. Everywhere, baby. Google me. I got this cup with me, locked and loaded. Google me, you'll find cup. Me and cup, what's up? So you do all this. You make this strong statement. You make such a strong point to carry a symbol of how Hollywood will never catch you slipping. And look, I don't pray for anybody's downfall ever. It's unfortunate what happened to this man, but we are all adults. And we make the choices that we make, and we sleep in the beds we sleep in, and we gotta live with them. So if you don't like it, oh well.
It's starting to worry me now. How did you go from the pastor to this, and why do he keep referring to women as his Coretta Scott King?
Girlfriend, actress Megan Good, has remained by his side, even present for our interview.
How would you describe your relationship?
She's an angel. She's held me down like a Coretta, I'm so blessed to have her, The relationship is still fresh, but, I think I found her.
mentioned in my first video about Jonathan Major and Megan Good is that when he was on top of his game, when he was getting all the money, when he was getting all the great roles like, you know, Lovecraft Country, which is where I first was introduced to him because I love that show, that series period. But when Lovecraft Country came out and he was the main actor, I fell in love because I'm like, oh my God, this man is hot, this man is sexy, the really strong features. That was my thing, right? And even when he came out with the post, it was like a Valentine's Day post when he was wearing like pink and he was holding like the roses and everything. I was like, that's a little, you know, how you doing ish, but he was still cute, very sexy nonetheless. And I, ever since that episode or that show, I fell in love with him and I've loved him ever since. But then when it came out that he was actually using his girlfriend and he actually was proven to be guilty for putting hands on her, I was like, sir, like I said, it's not even about like a race thing, but I just want to point out the obvious because he's not the only one that does this. And I think it's because he was looking for his Coretta Scott King, and if you're looking for your Coretta Scott King, clearly she wasn't going to be a Coretta Scott King, which is the first lady that he was with, which was very, very white woman, which is fine because if that's what you prefer, yes, I agree with that, but not when you're in trouble. You're going to come run for a black woman to be a Coretta Scott King, because when you had it, when you had the money, when you had the prestige, when you had the respect of all your peers, how come you didn't have her on your arms? But then you ended up finding her. But then also Megan Good acted like she was a very willing participant. She was a very, which at first I thought maybe it's because, you know, he had it and she was coming out of her marriage and she needed that, you know, and I think they both kind of needed each other. But it got to the point where he looked like he was also being very, very possessive. Remember the video of when Michael Ealy gave her a hug? Yo, that I said all that to say, don't try to be someone's savior, okay? Because at the end of the day, if you need saving, they're not going to come through and save you. You think if the roles were reversed and it was Megan that was going through this, you think he was going to necessarily, like, how would I say this? Como se dice? Like, you think he was going to let go of all his good roles and also all of the things that he was getting in his career when his career was really up and going? You think he was going to give all that up just to sit next to Megan if she was going through something, especially if her man was black or white, or even white, you know, especially if her man was white and she was going through all that? He would have never stood up and helped her. And that's the only thing that I'm a little annoyed about. And that's when I saw them dating, I was like, oh, this is like a contract thing. But then it came out that she was paying all the bills. My thing is, if you were in that situation, would he have done the same thing for you? Black women are always trying to, you know, wear that cape and save the black men, but he would have been starting to go down. But that was so petty, these men. Anyways, I do hope them both the best. And you know what, just like that man said in the clip, he is a man, and a man knows how a man acts. So whatever he's saying about, you know, how he was using her, I think he was using her too. But if they like it, like I said, if they like it, I love it. They're the only one in the relationship. Hopefully she got paid handsomely. No, ransom, is that what it's called? Hopefully she got paid great for the role that she had to play in this whole relationship, because what I'm not going to do is be someone else's second choice when you are in a bind and you need some help to get out of it. And that's the thing about a lot of black men too. They will come back for you because they feel not come back for you, but they'll come back to you because they feel that you can get them out of the trouble that they're in. And then as soon as they're done, that's like carrying a man on your back. They will always leave you and go find exactly what their preference is. And if it's your preference, I get that, but don't try to use people in order for you to make yourself look good. And I think that's what he was doing.